Flavor Balance Heat, the podcast for hot sauce lovers and makers, is brought to you by Scoville.com. Try Scoville.com's hot sauce subscription box, where you pick the heat, flavor, and food pairings you want in your box. Get 1 or 3 bottles delivered to your door each month. Choose your heat level, flavor profile, and food pairings. And it's completely customizable each month. You no longer have to worry about getting sauces you don't like or won't use. Scoville.com specially curates each month's box based on your personal preferences. And best of all, High Desert Sauce Co., Butterfly Bakery of Vermont, and Irish Spike's unique hot sauces are all available at Scoville.com. Welcome to Flavor Balance Heat, the podcast for hot sauce lovers and makers. With you guys, the question you asked and Claire answered, I'll tell you, I need to find somebody to do sales for us. It's something I've been talking about because I'm not I should say at a farmer's market, I am incredible. That's where I'm really, really good. Anytime I'm selling and they're coming to me, I can nail it every time.
Yeah, but Mr. Red Suit, man.
Yeah, that's it. And it's the thing. It's people expect it. And if I don't wear the red suit, they go, "Where's the red suit?" But
wear a green suit.
I did. I have a green suit. I've got a purple one. And you know what? That's the only time nobody said, "Where's the red suit?"
Yeah.
Purple.
They were like, "He's got purple on today."
It's beautiful.
But so my business partner and I had talking. He's like, "So I need to have you, you should go out and do some calls with some of our people with our distributor, and you should go out with them." And I'm like, this is not what I do. This is this is like the best way to kill any business. The other day on the phone, I called somebody. I messed up something, and I just said, "Listen, I make the sauce. I don't sell it. So just let me send you some." And at that point, they felt comfortable enough, and they were like, "Oh yeah, okay, then send it to me. That sounds great." Because I wasn't being a salesman. I'm just not good at it, and so we got to find somebody that is good at it, because that's just not my area. And I got to know my role, that's the thing.
And that's the hardest thing though, too, is like, I'll see at farmers markets or I'll see at other hot sauce fests, people who are not actively selling their products. And like, that's really the thing that I try to stress to anybody that ever asks advice from me. I was like, you're the face, baby. You gotta pull people in. People are not just you can't sit there and expect people to come to you. You have to pull them in. And if you don't, then you're going to be like just sitting there with your thumbs, just chilling, hanging out, And that's
at
our
farmer's market. We're not allowed to rope people in like that, but I train them to go, "Hi, how you doing?"
But that's a roping. But that's a roping,
Yeah, you just catch their eye or something. Yeah.
Say it 1,000 times a day.
Can you be like, "Hey, come try some"?
No, but what I do is, so yes and no. We're not supposed to rope people in at all. But if somebody stops and starts looking for a while, I'll go, "Hey, we got free samples." If just as long as they are looking like they might be interested, I let them know we have free samples, and that's good enough. I've never gotten in trouble for that.
You know what I do?
Free samples.
Yeah. What I do is like, the minute somebody's at the table, I just stick a spoon in their face and like, "Here, try it. Here."
There you go.
Here. And they're like, "What is this? What is this?" I was like, "This is a spoon. You use it to eat. Here, try some."
We're getting ready to do trade shows. And so we've been spending a lot of time thinking about our display and our presentation and our everything, because it's different from what we've been doing at the farmers market for so many years.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I seem to be in the minority on this. I like people to be able to self-serve their samples. I like them to be able to try their own. I know. See, I'm in the minority here.
You're in the minority.
Hold on. I'm realizing why I feel so strongly about this. And this isn't to say that I'm not going to give them a sample, or I'm not going to, engage with, or any of that. Like, I can still do that. But I want squeeze bottles out in front that they can grab. I want, crackers, tongs and everything like that, that they can grab and put stuff on. Because nothing frustrates me more than walking up to a booth and being ignored. And I'm like, but don't other people have this experience too? That like they're, you know, the salesperson is helping somebody else and you're just standing there and you're waiting. And then finally you're like, okay, fuck it, I'm going to leave. And I realized because
not at our booth. I'd be like, Claire, you come here, hot sauce,
hold
hot
on.
sauce.
I believe you that I wouldn't have that experience at your booth. But I finally had the realization that because I'm mostly talking about hot sauce events, not like other farmers market types of events, I am a woman and I get ignored more often than men. And that like took me a moment to realize that, oh, I have this experience when other people don't. And because we all, I mean, easily make biased assumptions. If a man and a woman walk up to my booth looking at a hot sauce, I'm going to naturally start talking to the guy first. You know, obviously if the girl starts talking, then I'm going to like, yes, you're the one I'm going to talk to. But being a woman walking up to the booth, I do get a different treatment. And it was just like this, like, aha, like forehead hit moment. And it was like, and it's made me more adamant that I want to make sure that people can self-serve because I don't know who I'm going to have a bias against or I'm not going to automatically assume, you know, that they're not there for whatever I'm trying to sell.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure that the people who want to try my stuff are able to try my stuff.
That makes a lot of sense.
I totally can see that. Yeah.
What are you going to say?
Go ahead.
Because I have you. I see it. I see it on your face.
Oh yeah. So this is the thing is that I make more of my sales from people that are the person who steps back is the person I draw in. And I will literally say, I can sell to him all day long. I'm trying to sell to you. And they like, and then at the end, if it's somebody like that and they've gone through and tried a few sauces, I'll hand them a free bottle. And I'll just say, thank you for stepping outside your comfort zone. I really appreciate it. I've gotten so many sales back doing that.
Yeah. So the other thing that we do as well is because when you're stepping up to our booth, it's more of an experience. Okay. It's not like I'm stepping up to a booth and I'm going to sample this and I'm going to do that.
You say that, Spike, it's an experience.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, and this is a huge thing that we train our staff on because and me and Ryan call it eyes up. So we're like, hey, just because you're focused on this person doesn't mean you don't have money walking by, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, that's the thing. It's like people may take a liking to your stuff while you're helping somebody else. You got to learn how to juggle them. You got to learn how to talk to them. You got to learn how to keep them on standby. But the thing is like doing our sampling is like a whole experience because we have the pitch, we have the jokes, we have the, you know, the flow, the fun of it. And it really, that's what keeps the customer there. Like our sauce can do the talk. I always say I let my sauce do the talking, you know, but I'm here as a comic relief to be like, all right, and this is beat your meat. I know you do it, you know, so stuff like that. You know, we're just trying to take people's guard down because it's like we don't want the connection. We don't want you to feel like you're at a used car dealership and like I'm trying to pitch you on this vehicle and stuff like that. No, I made this. I want you to feel like you're my buddy and I'm talking to you and we're having fun doing it, you know?
Yeah. So the other biggest thing is it's not hot sauce to us. Like, yes, it's hot sauce, but when people like are at the farmers markets a lot, it's they're like, oh, I don't like spicy things. And we'll be like, whoa. I didn't say anything about the S word. It's all about the F word. It's about flavor. Come here, try this.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, oh, I don't like hot sauce. Be like, oh, this is flavor sauce. Try this. Mm-hmm. Because we put love in this and we're not making the world's hottest hot sauce. We're making stuff to make your food taste good. That's like our whole goal. Flavor over everything. Yeah, like, I don't know. I make it a kind of a personal mission to get the people that look like they don't like hot sauce or that you normally be like, oh, they're not going to try this. I'd be like, this is my mission is to get you to try it. You're going to love it. I promise. And you're probably going to buy some. And that's my goal.
That's why we have our ketchup.
Nice.
It's specifically
Claire, you're
for
always
that.
welcome. You're always welcome at our booth.
And that's the other thing though too is it's like with sales, like any sales job, any sales, anything. The first thing you got to understand, and it's a sales 101 thing, overcoming objections. Someone's going to throw an objection. How do you overcome that and get them to keep trying and keep sampling or, you know, even try your sauce? But this is what I tell everybody that I onboard And, we bring on, I'm like, sales is about two things. They like you and they like the product.
Yep.
You need both of those to make a slam dunk sale. If you only have one of those, it's going to be a harder sale to do. And if you have none of them, well, give up, goodbye. If they don't like you and they don't like the product, then it doesn't matter. You need at least one to try to have a good sale. And if you got two and they like you, you're driving with them, they like the sauce, it's almost for sure a slam dunk.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm Claire George. I own Butterfly Bakery of Vermont. We make hot sauce, mustard, cookies, and granola, and 100% of our products are made with Vermont ingredients. The thing that I hear most often from people is that my hot sauce tastes like the peppers that are in it. We do really simple recipes that don't get too crazy and nitpicky, just to really accentuate the flavor of the peppers that are in there. The unique thing about our hot sauces is how much we feature the farm and the relationship with the farm and really bring the terroir of Vermont to our hot sauces. I am pretty sure I am the number one purchaser of Vermont-grown chili peppers. I would love it if there would be a legitimate pepper market in Vermont where people would know Vermont for its peppers. We're all better for supporting each other. And I think that part really shows itself with the collaborations that I do with the other businesses and the other farms, that I love working together and coming up with new ideas and presenting each other with new challenges. And I think overall, that's the attitude here. And I absolutely love it because that's my attitude. I try to live my life with love. The ingredients that I use, I would say that my values are reflected in that I use ingredients that, again, feel good, feel loving, feel supportive. The relationship with the farmer was how it all began. If I changed the reason for it being, if I went out and bought some commodity peppers, it might not be as good.
You can find Butterfly Bakery of Vermont hot sauce, mustard, granola, and cookies at butterflybakeryvt.com. One of the things that I'm working on, and I think it's getting there with our employees, is that with the way we set up in a way that we've got 3 people handling people all at once, so that there's never really a wait, but we've still got long lines and we still lose people. But what I do, because I'm kind of up further than everybody else, we use 3 tables kind of staggered, is that I'll see those people. Being tall helps, and I'll go, thank you for being patient, and just acknowledging them in the middle of everything.
100%. That's customer service 101.
Absolutely. And then when they get there, again, I end up giving away a fair amount of bottles per day, but it's not exceeding.
Spike's just over here like Oprah, like, you get a bottle and you get a bottle.
I'm like, yeah, the Oprah
What's
hot
margin?
But so 5 to 7 per market or event or day or whatever will be given away. And a lot of them are either going to be somebody new, or it's going to be somebody that has clearly been waiting a long time. And I'll be like, this one's on me. If they clearly liked one, I surprise them with it at the last minute. Mm-hmm. And my employees have taken that up too. I always tell them, ask first.
Yeah. Hey, my friend showed up at the booth and they were waiting a very long time for it.
I gave them a whole case.
I gave them a whole case.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
One of the things that we do when we have lines, like when we're at Vermont's a small place, so we generally wouldn't have lines at farmers markets here. But when we go to like hot sauce shows and stuff, we actually bring a hot sauce menu because we have so many different kinds of hot sauce. And it gives us an opportunity to immediately engage with everybody in line. So we'll just walk back there. We'll hand them the hot sauce menu. They can be looking down, already get an idea of what they want to try by the time they come up. And it keeps everybody in line. And it's great.
Yeah.
How many flavors do you bring with you when you're traveling?
Oh no, what is this? She's laughing like it's like a million.
So we have, of our main line, like our big batch line that we sell to stores, we're at like 13 or 14 right now. And then every year we do micro batches. So rotating quantities of different flavors of sauce. And we do 20 to 30 of those a year. And so at any given time, so if we're going to a hot sauce show, we've got 3 crates and each one has 8. So we'll bring 24 flavors of hot sauce. And then on top of that, we'll have 3 salsas, 5 mustards, We'll have our caramel. We'll have baked goods, all of that. I mean, hot sauce is the big part of what we do. So that's majority of what we have. So that's the other part about self-serve is that we have so many, and we do not put out tastings of all of those. We usually put out tastings of like 4 or 5. And then if they want to try a different one, then they'll just ask us. And then that's where we'll serve them if they've asked.
That's smart. Yeah. We've noticed that it's called the analysis paralysis. If we bring too 100%. Many flavors to it, our max is like
just going to ask you about that. Like, what do you feel that kind of thing from your customers that may be overwhelmed by the amount of choices they have?
We do.
Yeah. And like with the trade shows, we're practicing on like winnowing that, or like just reducing all of that. So, so with the trade shows, we're only bringing hot sauce and caramel because those are our 2 top selling lines. And then we're only bringing our big batch flavors of the hot sauces. And my sales guy, my like events guy, really, he's just like, I want to bring everything and I want to sample everything. And he had a tendency for a long time and he listens to the show. So, hi, Stefan. But he would always, when somebody would ask for a sample that we would bring so we'd start out the day with 4, but then somebody would ask for a sample and then he would leave it out. And so by the end of the day, we had too many, and people absolutely just, you get FOMO. You're like, I can't buy everything. So clearly I'm going to miss out and I'm not going to buy anything. So, so really putting a small
hell of a deal on all of them if you're
that's the other thing too.
We do. Yeah, we do. We have a case discount, 25% case discount. So
there you go.
But at the hot sauce shows, nobody's buying cases because they're buying from everybody. They only buy cases at like farmers market. We would sell so many cases. That was always really good.
It's funny because like we train our sales staff especially to hear that cue. So there's a cue that people give and they're like, I like all of them. And they're like, okay, well then there's your upsell potential right there. Well, hey, guess what? We have a deal on all of them, blah, blah, blah. And then with any sale, you start walking backwards till you find their comfort level of like, oh, well, we do this 5-pack too, and stuff like that. And that helps. And really, selling hot sauce, especially at farmers markets or trade shows, is really about customer engagement and listening to your customer. The more you listen to your customer and the more information you retain to talk about or bring up again in the conversation, the more you're building a connection and the more you remind them of like, because I had a customer in line one time and I was sampling somebody and then I heard this, she goes, oh, Dad would love this. And then when they come up to sample and stuff like that, and they go through the whole gamut, because we do the flavor journey, right? And we're like, it's no self-serve here. You're trying all of them, baby. We're going on the train. So
run the gauntlet. That's what we call it. Run the gauntlet.
So, but they were like talking about purchasing and stuff like that and picking out their favorites. And then I'm going, okay, well, what about Dad? Which one's he's gonna like? Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. Let's get them. So like, you really, really need to pay attention to your customers. You really need to understand what they're saying, what cues they're giving you. Like, because if you don't bring that back, you're literally just leaving money on the table. They probably forgot because they got, they did the whole train and everything like that and the whole journey. And they're thinking about what's fresh in their mind for them. But then I brought it back to Dad's going to love this,
Well, and for us, we have got a lot of sauces, and by the end of this year, we're going to have a lot more because I'm working on about 20 some odd sauces right now.
Oh my God, Spite, you're putting us to shame, man.
But
we do one a year, and then one anniversary. One anniversary.
Well,
but you got your shiny kitchen. You just got to make a lot of sauce.
We actually released something brand new today online.
Yeah. What did you release?
Today,
I want to hear.
Actually, today.
Literally,
Sean.
It's it's a fermented chili garlic paste, so it's basically like our take on a sambal. But the fun thing about this is we have to ferment garlic in honey for 6 months to make our jerk sauce because our jerk sauce uses that honey that was fermenting with garlic and stuff. And then guess what? We were left over with all this lovely garlic honey. Because it's not the honey, but the garlic itself. So we were left over with all that garlic that was fermenting in honey for 6 months. So I'm adding it to the sambal, and it's like roasted garlic, fermented garlic, beautiful. Fresh garlic. So it has and you actually taste that fermented chili flavor. So we use both Fresnos and red serranos in it, keep it a nice medium, and then have a few supporting spices in there with some lemongrass and galangal and stuff like that.
Ooh,
That's great.
It's pretty epic. And it's part of our One Pump Chump series.
Yeah.
If you've ever had our Hatch chili sauce we do once a year, it's called the One Pump Chump because it only comes once a year.
We only come once a year.
With this, what he said, with this, we're able to make like maybe 1 or 2 batches a year. So it's part of the One Pump Chump series, and I love it. I've been eating a ton of it. We under ordered the jars for it. So all the extra we put into 32-ounce bottles that we've been eating ourselves.
Yeah.
we
had a lot left over.
Oh yeah, so that's what I've been eating a lot of lately. But
Flavor Balance Heat is brought to you by High Desert Sauce Co. out of Tucson, Arizona. Zach is the owner and creative mind behind High Desert Sauce Co.'s hot sauces. He says, at High Desert Sauce Co. we make sauces that we love. The balance of bold heat and fresh flavor is the heart of our philosophy. We keep it simple by using the best ingredients we can get our hands on and letting the natural flavors run the show. High Desert Sauce Co. Just the good stuff. Visit High Desert at hdsauceco.com.
Yeah, so we do an anniversary. We do 1 to our regular lineup a year, and then in 4 years, this is our second seasonal, I guess you could call it, from our One Pump Chumps.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do 20 sauces a year. Do you have any free time? Do you have any other hobbies?
I can't stop. It's just...
Do we need to find you a group? Or
I guarantee you, Spike has a notepad next to his bed that he'll get this idea, he'll wake up and he'll jot it down. Am I wrong?
My wife. I don't, because my thinking is it's the Stephen King thinking. He always said that if he had an idea for a story and he didn't remember what it was earlier, it wasn't a very good idea.
Yeah,
and so
sense.
I say the thing. But I've had a few where I've been like, "What the fuck was that?" It was so good. It was so good
too. And like, if you think of something and then don't write it down, and you're like, was that what I was thinking of, or am I just inserting that into what I thought I was thinking?
I do have on my keep phone notes. I've got my list.
Oh my lord!
And screenshot that.
That's not all of them.
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
But
let's steal all his ideas.
I actually added one last night, and I got to tell you guys, I'm not going to say what it is, or maybe I'll edit it out, but I'm doing a corn sauce. I wasn't going to do one, and I'm going to do one, but it's not the same as you guys at all. It's
I mean, but that's the thing. That's the beautiful thing about hot sauce. Like when we launched Corn Hub, it was like,
I love that sauce so much. God.
Right after Xavier Foods did their Elotes Loco sauce, and it was just like this sauce, our corn sauce, was in the making for over a year. From the design, the concept, the label, everything was over a year. And
I would say, honestly, if you want to be truthful about it, we were thinking about this for more than like 2.5 years. But it was always
when
like
it was a concept,
an idea of like, wouldn't it be funny if we did this? And then we're like, well, we're from San Diego. This is the farthest south you can get, next to Tijuana, and elote is like, it's just a thing. You eat it on the street here. It's so delicious, and it's like one of those things that somebody's cooking it on a trash can lid. You know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
So we wanted to incorporate all of that into a sauce, and it took a very long time, but we're happy with it. And I think the nutritional yeast gives it that creamy, rich, like cheesy flavor with a little bit of, and it's amazing.
So I don't know if you listened to the Andrew Zimmern episode, but he was talking about corn sauces on that episode.
I did.
Well, I sent a bunch of sauces to him. Yours was one that I sent to him.
Oh hell yeah! Hopefully he liked it.
I saw the video. I think you sent us of.
Oh yes, I do remember that now. Okay, yeah, I do remember that.
And he was like, "And we got Corn Hub," and then he just put it down. And then
he's like, "Not that one. No. It's family friendly, guys."
Like,
I got to tell you, the phone call I got from him was like, "You sent me a lot of sauce." I'm like, those are all my friends, man. They make the best sauces in the country.
But that's the thing though, is like, just because somebody else does a corn sauce or somebody else does how many pineapple hot sauces are on the market? Like, let's be honest. Like,
oh my god,
and how many of them are called pineapple?
Yeah.
Pineapple.
There's a lot of different ones, but I'm just saying.
That should have been in my
There's
dreams.
one.
But that's the thing is like, it doesn't matter what ingredients you use. Everybody does things a different way. Everybody has their own vision for things.
Yeah.
It's like, that's kind of the beautiful thing about food in general. Like obviously hot sauce, but food in general is like, everybody's going to have a different take on something. Everybody's going to have their own twist. So it doesn't matter if you do a corn sauce, Spike, it's just do it your way. And it's going to be rad and different from mine, you know?
That's it. Yeah. Well, and I mean, I'm going to edit this out, but mine's going to be corn and so
nice.
It's actually both are working together. So.
That's awesome.
Should we do the speed round?
Yes. Let's do. Are we going to do the hot sauce show and tell? I think we had.
Yeah,
we can.
I brought some.
Yeah. So let's call it hot sauce shout out.
My god!
Did you bring the same hot sauce?
Oh my god! And he brought the exact same flavor. I brought Chi-Chi too. Oh my god!
That's awesome.
Dude,
I swear to God, we did not plan this. I also have a bottle of Buffalo Soldier too here, but
please tell me you do too.
No. But this is the one I brought. This is the one because I've been All right, so Ryan and I are gonna go first because
yes.
All right, Ryan, what did you bring for hot sauce show and tell?
Let's go put our matching tuxedos on first day of this job interview. So we this past year at the Fire Food Show, we finally, well, it was only our second year, but we brought somebody out that is amazing at sales, our best sales guy, Scott. Spike, you met him.
Yes.
He's very intense and very good at sales. So it gave me and Sean finally an opportunity to enjoy the Fire Food Show. So this sauce, we got there at the Fire Food Show. We actually made a big lap around the whole thing and tried as many as we could. And this was I can't speak for Sean, but my favorite new maker that we met, Homero of Parmesan hot sauce.
Yes, so good.
And this is my favorite one that he makes called Chi-Chi. It's like a kimchi style hot sauce with all kinds of delicious stuff in there. And he actually even put MSG in there, which I love MSG.
Thank God.
And it's this tangy, zesty, funky kimchi hot sauce. It's amazing. Every single sauce he made was so good. What was the other one, Sean, that we really liked?
So my personal favorite, so just going back really quick, he was one of my favorites that we tried too. And ever since, he's like one of my top 5 makers at this point. Like, I just love his sauce so much.
Right under Irish Spike and Butterfly Bakery, of course. And above the High Desert.
Shout out, Zach.
That was a joke, Zach. Be grumpy. I love you so much.
Ryan said it all. With Chi-Chi, I don't actually use this on food. I've literally been using it as like a salsa. I just dip chips in the jar and just eat chips and Chi-Chi. Like, it's just insane.
We need to get him on the podcast too.
100%.
Yeah, that would be a good one. I'll reach out to him this week.
The content that he posts too is awesome too, because he's always showing like his processes and like how he's growing and like the sales. It's awesome. He does a really good job with that stuff.
He's very talented as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Claire?
I brought Adobo Loco Hamajang, their ghost pepper sauce. And we had him on the show and he sent some stuff, and this is a good one. I've had it. I haven't had this bottle, but I've had it before. And yeah, it's good. We like them.
Their sauces are great.
Yeah.
I really like those a lot.
I listened to that episode. That was about 2 months ago or so.
Yeah.
Something
maybe 3.
Like
that.
Yeah. Time's a blur.
But I but no, I really like Adobo Locos. And they're like, Adobo Loco to me is like, you know, OG company, like from they were making hot sauce before we were making hot sauce. And I've just always really admired them and looked up to them.
Flavor Balance Heat, the podcast for hot sauce lovers and makers, is brought to you by Irish Spike's unique hot sauces and Vandal pepper sauces. I'm Spike, the owner and executive saucier. Our sauces are handmade in the Pacific Northwest using the best possible ingredient. We believe that hot sauce equates to a balance of sensational heat coupled with a robust and complex flavor profile. Live your hottest life with Irish Spikes. Irish Spikes unique hot sauces and Vandal pepper sauces are available at saucecult.com. So mine is last week, which you guys haven't seen yet, but last week, when speaking of AZ, when he was on, he told us about a mustard out of Russia called mother-in-law mustard that is really potent, and it is. It is. When I ordered this, they sent this, and I didn't realize till the other day that it says gourmet hot sauce on it, and I can't even imagine of a Russian hot sauce. So then I looked at the ingredients. Oh shit!
Beets first thing. No, I'm just kidding.
No, and that's the thing. So here we go. You guys are gonna laugh at this. Water, maltodextrin, cayenne pepper, salt, vinegar, bell pepper, spices, garlic powder, modified cornstarch, yeast extract, canola oil, lemon juice powder. Lemon juice powder? Really? Citric acid, caramel color, sodium benzoate, and contains sulfites. And I'm going to give it a little try right now and see
Sounds
how
fresh.
I know, right? It's like, holy shit!
What is maltodextrin used for again? Is that a stabilizing agent?
It's a sugar. It's
a sugar.
It's a sugar, but it's not but it's not used as a sweetener. It's used it is a sweetener. I'm trying to think. I know it's used in like beer, like fermentation a lot. Yeah. Trying to remember what else I've seen it in. It's not as sugary as other sugars, but it is a sugar.
So this is like a MRE military.
It seems like it should be
forever in a bunker somewhere.
What does it taste like?
I hate to say it's really fucking good.
It's not maltodextrin.
It's been engineered to taste good.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm probably going to turn into a zombie by the end of the night, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
if it's a good hot sauce, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
is it spicy with the cayenne? Because it's only cayenne, right?
Yeah, it's only cayenne, and I can taste the cayenne. I mean, it's very cayenne forward. It's just cayenne, salt, and vinegar, and bell pepper. Really, nice. Everything else is just a preservative. So a little lemon powder, but yeah,
that's actually reminding me of one that I need to bring in next week, and it's not like a small craft brand or anything, but it's one that I've recently loved to the point where our store stopped carrying it, and we ordered it from. God, where did we order it from? It got really obscure on where we needed to order it from, but we got 6 of them. So I'll bring one. And I actually had some with my dinner tonight. I'll bring that next week. Speed round?
Yep. Speed round it is. By the way, I do want to say, I think, Claire, I hate to say this, that my Desert Island hot sauce has changed. It is, and it's the one you don't like, but I still use the Yucateco green, that neon green sauce, like crazy. I love it.
Are you sure it's not the bottle that's neon green?
Well, you guys know about the history with that, with the lead in the water, right?
Whoa, no, actually I don't.
No. Yeah, look it up on the internet. Look it up on the internet. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Sounds like our childhood.
Yeah, really.
We're not that old. Don't age us like that.
All right, here we go. Now, you got to do this fast. So just, I'm going to ask, and then we'll go Sean and then Ryan, just answer, and then we'll go to the next one. Okay.
Okay.
You win the lottery. What's the first hot sauce related thing you buy?
Sleever.
A lot of employees.
If you had to give up the hot sauce business, but could do anything else, and I'm going to, Sean, take away the restaurant business from you too. What else would you do?
He's not going back.
No, I'd be a therapist. I'd go into therapy and try to be a therapist.
I like that. Ryan?
I would buy a big plot of land and be a winemaker.
Okay. I was going to say that you might say I would be Sean's patient.
Hey.
No,
that's a new level of.
I see what you did there.
If you
I would be Sean's therapist.
There you go, the therapist.
Next time you want to
therapize somebody, you go therapize each other.
There you go. You only get to use one sauce for the rest of your life. It's Desert Island hot sauce. What would it be?
Harmacy's Totec Tears right now.
As of right now, damn, that's too hard. But right now, if only one, it would be Colorful Colorado Creations, the Black Buffalo Garlic Black garlic buffalo.
Yeah,
that is
I
so
almost
good.
brought that today. I kill bottles of that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
We're always reaching out to him for more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What can we trade you for this?
I bought a bunch too. I was like, hey, you trade a few, and then I bought some more too. So I'm stocked up for a little while.
There you go. If you had a sandwich named after you, what would it be in it, and what type of heat would you use?
I'm so glad you didn't ask me for the name of a sandwich. It would
be
probably be turkey and Swiss, because that's just, kind of what I like to eat. Yeah. The heat level, there'd probably be like some type of fermentation thing, like maybe fermented pickles or something on there, and then some sort of like smoky aioli that I just like smoking hot date in an aioli and stuff like that. And the heat level would just be kind of like a mild plus.
All right, Ryan.
The question is, if I had a sandwich, what?
Yep. If you had a sandwich named after you, what would be in it, and what type of heat would you use?
Oh, this is easy. If I had a sandwich, it would be a Chicago deep dish pizza sandwich. Okay. And it would be with Queen of Pizzas on it, so like mild plus.
Boom,
Calabrian chilies, balsamic on there, and boom.
I don't think I sent you guys so the Calabrians came out especially good this year. I've got a few bottles left. I will send them to you.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to bring it up.
Yeah, no. You got some coming your way. All right. So now, if you could go back in time and change one thing about your business journey, what would it be?
I would have stopped doing all my books by myself and got somebody else to help me with that. And basically, don't try to do everything myself.
Tell Sean to stop trying doing everything yourself.
Thank you, therapist.
I'm betting you did that. I might be wrong. I'm betting you did that. Let's see. If you go, what is the best business advice you've ever received? I think you gave us one earlier, Sean.
Yeah, that honestly, that's business from a business standpoint. That's the best business piece of advice I've ever gotten. Don't have a role in your business as the owner. Be able to do everything, but do not pigeonhole yourself into a role where you're missing the day by day and the growth.
I would say know how to run the business, know how to do it in the now, but always have 5 years, 1 year, 3 year, 10 years down the road in mind. That's one thing that I've always, since the very beginning, thought about. In 5 years, what are we going to be doing? And how do we get there?
Yeah.
That's the big part, is how do we get there? How do we scale it? How do we think future that we're not screwing ourselves on inventory or something like that?
Yeah. Always got to have goals.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if this is going to be a good one. If you had to fight another hot sauce company maker, who would it be and would you win? Each of you gets to answer this one separately.
I would fight Zach from High Desert because I miss him and I'm sad he's not here today. And hell no, I wouldn't win. Are you kidding?
Oh man, I don't know. I would say that I would fight. Man, who would I fight? I would fight the Stanky Boys.
Oh, both of them.
Both of them at the same time. Boom, boom, boom. But it would be like you have to you fight around, and then we got to do shots, and then we go again, and then we give each other a big hug at the end because I love those guys and I had such a good time with them in Portland, and I've been trying to keep up with them, and I'm so excited to see them and everybody else at the Fire Food Show in a month.
I'm really hoping we get to make it. You know what? We got to have them back on as well. They were a lot of fun. All right. So, if you could collaborate with any other hot sauce company, who would it be?
Dude, I hate you for this question too. Okay. So probably, Halogi, because I love Nick.
Oh,
and
yeah. Nick's great.
He's a good dude. He's got great flavors, and he's just, him and I, riff off of each other a lot. And, he was one of the people I sent a sample of Corn Hub to. And I'm like, and he gave me really good feedback. He's like, I taste the cumin a lot, and I'm like, all right. So,
did you give him from the same batch you gave me that pissed
So
Ryan off so much?
Yeah, it was you.
I was
Zach,
so mad.
It was you, Scott from Lucky Dog, and Nick. Those are the 3 I sent those test batches to.
Awesome.
So I got some really good advice from every single one of you, and it was great.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. So I remember Ryan going, I was so mad that he sent that to you.
Let's make sure we like it first before we.
I totally get that. I do. But I could also understand Sean's thinking and sending it out going, there's something, and I just can't get it, and sending it out to somebody you trust to see if they feel the same thing.
Mm-hmm. So the worst part is that was my idea. I was like, hey, we should reach out to people that we really respect and we really care about, have good relationships with. We should send these out because, what's wrong with having an opinion, even if you don't want to hear it? Yeah. And because usually what we do is we'll come up with an idea. Either Sean will put something together, we'll put it together, and then kind of figure out food cost wise, how do we actually do this, or how can we source these ingredients, or cut down the wish list, and try to make stuff happen. And then we'll sleep on it, and then we'll come back to it and sleep on it, come back to it. And we kind of we're just let's send it. Let's just send it to people, whatever. But the chiltepines and the cumin, in the first test batch, we kind of overdid that.
I went rogue on the chiltepine too, and I wasn't going to add them, but I added them in that test batch, and then it came out so not what I wanted.
It was definitely after we were done putting it together, and then
it was after that.
The next day, I was like, "Hey, so I did this."
He was like, "It was just like a quarter size bit in my hand."
It was like a quarter of an ounce. It was such a small amount.
And actually this is perfect because we've been having this conversation with Claire about the chiltepines, and you're the example we give every time.
Thank God. Because Zach uses chiltepines in his, and then I kind of got a little baby, taste of what, because he was like, I just want you to know, you got to use a little bit. That's why I was like, I used a quarter of an ounce, and I was just like, nope, it didn't work. So
my favorite quote from Zach is the talking to Claire going, do you know how much pineapple I had to add to get
to remember that? I actually remember that episode.
All right, let's see. If you could, oh no, we got that one. If you had to pare down to only one of your sauces, which one would it be?
Okay, so corn hub. That's one of my new favorites. I just love that sauce. But it's not the best seller. So if I was to do it from a business sense, it would be smoking hot date. But personal preference, corn hub.
From I know Ryan's answer. Smoking hot date, but I would say, man, I don't like these questions that much. The fermented chili garlic sauce we just released because it's what I've been eating the most of, and I love it.
Awesome. So, by the way, Ghosted is one of my. It's up there with in line for Desert Island hot sauce.
Oh yeah,
but not Absolutely. The front of the line.
It's not the front of the line, and that's only because for that it's will it go on everything all the time, and it just barely misses that for me. Yeah. Which couple of Scott sauces are the same way. They're like my all-time favorites, but they just don't fit on everything all the time.
I hear that. So it's it's like standing outside the club in the red, velvet rope area, just waiting to get let in by the bouncer.
I think you're in the red velvet, and you're two from the door.
Okay.
We're just not cute enough.
No, we just don't have enough. We just don't have enough chick friends.
Oh, you're cute enough. You're just just the other people need to get out of the way first. All right. Let's see. If you had to pair, if your brand were a caveman, would it be a hunter or a gatherer, and why?
Oh man, it would
be. Remember this question, and I don't remember what we said.
I don't either. It would be it'd be a hunter. He's down to ferment.
I can see that.
It's in the name. He's hunting. He's down to ferment, dude. He is DTF.
All right.
Well, you'd be a gatherer. Because you ferment vegetables, not animals. He's down to ferment.
He's got me there.
My answer was always we gather. That's what we do. And other people hunt, and we put the hot sauce on what was hunted. That's what it was.
Hey.
I was just thinking of it if like my brand logo came to life or something.
No, it totally makes sense. Okay. Describe your favorite hot sauce from your line without saying a single ingredient or heat level.
Okay. Ryan, you first.
Earthy,
you were
tangy,
supposed to go first.
umami.
All right. I like
Purple.
that.
I'm gonna say cheesy
screw this
Bernie goodness.
Okay.
Bernie.
Bernie. Like Sanders?
Yeah, dude. Love that guy. Bring him back. Bring him back. All right.
I know where to find him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, Claire, you're like neighbors.
He's still got it. He's got his
See
ears
where I'm
on
at.
right
Bernie,
now.
turn down your music. If Pepto-Bismol asked you to make a hot sauce using Pepto-Bismol, what flavors would you use and what type of heat would you use? And you each have to answer separately.
Okay, so anytime I think of Pepto-Bismol, I think chalk. So I'm immediately going to put chalk in that hot sauce. It's going to be a chalky,
Double down.
spicy, like amazing, fun time for your belly. And I'm going to put some mint in there. So it's going to be minty chalk. And then
one.
No. I can have multiple
Taking my
ingredients. So minty, chalky, and a little bit of habanero.
All right, I like that. Ryan?
Pepto-Bismol, we're going to start with the color pink. We're going to go with some jicama.
Jicama.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we're going to do that. Sean always wanted to make a pink taco sauce.
Yeah.
So we would start there, and I was going to go with mint as well. And then I don't even know what pepper you put in there, but whatever is going to soothe your stomach the most. So we're going to go with a yellow bell pepper.
Okay. I went the other direction. I kind of wanted the circle of life.
Yeah.
You put some ghost in there so it makes it really bad, but then the...
That's
then they
so
have
mean.
to drink the
Yeah.
Pepto-Bismol. No. That's
That's
smart
good for
business
business.
move right there. 100%. You're creating the problem and the solution.
That's it.
Wow.
But by the way, and I've mentioned this once before on the podcast, we did that when I was, I got a hold of a shit ton of beer from a buddy of mine that worked at for Miller. And we had a pile in our living room and we would bet each other cases of beer for how many tacos full of Pepto-Bismol we would eat. So we ate pink tacos.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
It was really weird. Yeah.
Is that why you're sober now?
It is exactly why I'm sober
the pink
now.
taco incident.
But I got to tell you, no matter how bad drunk I was, I never had a hangover when I ate the pink tacos. I was fine the next day. Perfectly good.
That's life advice.
There we go. All right, that's it. We're done. Yay!
Hey!
Oh, finally! I've been looking at my watch so much, just I can't wait to go.
I'm so glad that we got to do this again, though. I wish Zach were here.
Yeah,
that fucker. Love you, Zach.
I already texted you.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
We always need chaos theory. Chaos theory. That's not. Chaos energy. That's his nickname.
Yeah,
fits perfectly. But anyway, thank you guys for having us again. It was
thank you for having us.
Great chatting with you guys.
I was like
surprised.
Yeah.
Wait, were you surprised? I was like, they want us back?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Of course. Of course we do. All right, you guys have a good one.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Too,
Absolutely.
Talk to you later.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Thanks.
This has been a Spike Mind Media production.